Welcome to Cape Town's bite of the Big Apple. We're here on another Travelling Tuesday.
Well, we're at the iconic Mutual Heights building at the Big Apple, which is exclusive to us for shoots.
Ren, are we even in Cape Town?
We are, and what's amazing is we're in the city centre, and yet it feels like we're in New York in 1930s.
And this apartment feels as if I would imagine Manhattan, but we've got the perks of the mountain views through the windows.
You know, we have a bit of mountain, we have city through these incredible windows.
Yeah.
The way they're structured, it's quite phenomenal what we're seeing here, and they are truly Art Deco.
100%. Cape Town took a bite of the Big Apple.
It did, exactly, and I mean, this building is still iconic.
I mean, it holds so much history. Built in 1939.
Yes, by Low & Low Architects. Fred Glennie was the architect at the time, and it was built for Old Mutual Insurance at that time. I think they had it was in their fold for probably not a very long time.
So in the early 2000s, this whole building was reimagined by Robert Silk. Hey.
Yeah, and Lewis Carroll were the architects at that time, and
they had this really exciting brief, which was respect the past but reimagine the space.
That is just beautiful, and they did in this building, because there are incredible apartments in here. Not all of them are very big, and we are lucky enough though to be sitting in
the penthouse.
The penthouse.
11th floor, and we feel as if we're on top of the world, but how quiet is it up here?
Quiet. You can just hear a slight little hooting.
The hustle and bustle down there.
Which is what you want. I think
yes.
If you buy in this area and have an apartment like this, you don't mind. This is more like a holiday home. It's a lock up and go, and you get to just drive out into the inner city. It's really, really just buzzing.
Yeah.
Right?
But also how this building has this, I say it's got this masculine feel to it. It's very bold, it's strong, you know, it's sturdy. It's not a super skinny, lanky building which like almost waves a little bit higher when you're at the top of those. But here you feel it's cozy.
It's cozy, and yet, well, it's probably because of the incredible decor that they put in here. Very bold too, but it's striking. The pieces that they've tried to find are all secondhand, really thoughtfully found, that kind of go with the feel of this home. This apartment.
And how it plays with the geometry inside this space. I mean, Art Deco in that time, and what the homeowners also told us, is how we loved the play with geometry, with structure and technology.
Yes, because that's of course what Art Deco was all about.
Yes.
It was sort of after the First World War, and people wanted something a little bit more glamorous. Also
futuristic.
Yeah, exactly it. I don't think they even thought of it as futuristic at that time, but actually it is, because of the way that it keeps being relevant even now in the future. Continue. I mean, if you think about it, Art Deco is, wherever I look, there's Art Deco furniture, Art Deco jewelry. They're bringing back movies with Art Deco.
I mean, it made its stamp, and it's lasted, and it's continuing.
Even the way you see some fashion styles at the moment, in seeing like the studio, for example, the way some of the men were dressing. They had these sort of Art Deco pieces on them, and that to me is a hankering towards almost going back to that time.
Yes.
Or bringing it forward into this time. This apartment does. It's timeless.
And it plays with this fashion kind of sense to it. I mean, of course, we've got the mannequins, but it's, you know, the textures and the materials that are used throughout this apartment. You've got the velvet heavy curtains. You've got this beautiful soft blue that's painted, and how it complements the moody, dramatic aspects.
On top of the other pops of color that the owners have put in on the walls, and then. Yeah, I mean, I've never quite seen it before in many of our homes, but they've actually used these blocks of color and stripes. They're clearly very interested in fashion, textiles, the art scene, exactly. The art in this apartment is astounding, and just also to speak to though the pieces that have been here, that, well, of course, being a building from that time, they had to work around what was heritage, right? That you are not able to move. This apartment they did a lot on. I mean, they went double volume, they broke right into the ceiling, so quite a bit was done here.
And there's beautiful little ripples in the ceiling.
They
create this movement, like you want to It plays on that futuristic aspect, I feel, and the art scene at the same time, because it's very calm in here, and it's the contrary to like this masculine, bold, the bones of the building.
That's what's interesting, is that there is that masculine feel, and yet there's a tinge of the feminine coming through. It's a bit of everything.
Yeah, and I think the way that when light comes through and it pours onto the walls and to the floors, and like a lot of the doors over here and sections of the wall slide open, so you create more space, which is a great thing in an apartment.
Instead of like, it's very Japanese in that sense.
Yes.
You don't open it into the room.
Completely. But also they've got the sheen of a gloss on it, so it reflects the light as of which I feel it makes the space bigger.
Yeah.
And obviously we've got the advantage of the height inside you, so they are not short of ceiling space.
No, they really aren't. And that reminds me, where we're sitting right now we once did a VW shoot here.
Oh, cool.
And they created a bedroom scene. So this actually got a flat, exactly where we are. Sort of a flat is basically the freestanding wall that you put up, and so that was behind the back of the bedroom, and then they put the bed in here, and then they actually closed off these doors as well, and this became a bedroom. And one of the reasons they wanted to do that was that they could get a top shot over, and you could really into the scene. It was this really like being able to come into a scene.
How
like
fun,
this.
yeah.
Which you could really do in this space.
I mean, you could do it from all angles over here, because you've got that wraparound balcony.
Yeah. They've often used this apartment for that, because of the high ceilings. It's just, low ceilings just
really limit you.
They do. So what they've often done is gone onto the balconies to shoot down into the streets, because you get your New York city feel. Yeah.
Completely.
With numerous still shoots in this, or micro shoots as they're now called, and because you can also bring in your own furniture and put them as a backdrop against these incredible windows.
And there's shapes, I mean, all these curves that you've got throughout here, and that staircase that also it's curved, yet it's got structure to it. It's got these angles.
Yeah.
Yes.
We've had fantastic parties here. We had an amazing spaces party one year. Can't remember when. Wow.
Before my time.
Yeah, it was. I mean, there are probably about 100 people here. That is how much this apartment can pack in.
I think one of my favorite features of this apartment is definitely the windows, how you can step inside them, how you can look out and also down, and it feels as if you're taking this bold step into something that you're almost not supposed to.
Which is part of what Art Deco did for people in those days, was that bold movement away from kind of the hardships of
confinement.
Of the war, and then being able to just really move into this newness and excitement and speed. And
the speed's a big one. You really feel it. Hey? It's once again that contradicting aspect, whereas it's got this modern speed, almost like a fast car feel to it, a sports car, but yet the interior is completely slick. It plays with the different materials, and it just slows you down.
It does. It does. Very moody.
When you walk through that foyer, and it's immediately got this very bold, structured opulence to it, because I mean, you've got this marble on the walls, imported from Italy.
All the little finishes were from England, all the beautiful brass, etc.
Yes, and they've got this gold leaf on the ceilings, and my favorite fact is that all the granite on the outside of this building is from a single boulder in Paarl.
Can you imagine how big that boulder was? Yeah, I do wonder, because the freezers will look like they also, and there's about 180 meters of those freezers around the building.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's also all that, must all be that same
It must
marble.
be. But I mean, the fact that
granite.
But the fact that it's still standing, and it's an iconic building, it's being researched all around the world by all architectural students, and you can see why, because it is an iconic building. You've got these windows that are so unique, and a big reason, because we've got another apartment inside in this building.
Yes, we do.
And and it's also got these unique windows, which they love. I love.
I also love the lights. I'm sorry.
Yes.
These lights are just beautiful.
I mean, it's such a staple as soon as you see it, and when they're on, you walk through here, you've got the light seeping in from the windows, but this futuristic.
It's simple but bold. I don't know how to put it.
Yeah.
You know, they're not too ornate, although of course Art Deco can be ornate, and there's a bit of everything in it. But that kind of steel coming through,
Yes.
the different textures as well that often work together.
Yep. I feel this apartment is the perfect place for housing 1,001 different lamps. It's a lamp space because
Yes, well said.
Because you play with lights, especially in the evening. This apartment must completely transform and you can turn it into anything. Most of the lights also dim inside here, which is really cool.
And I think this apartment comes alive at night. With the glossy finishes on these side doors, the black doors, all that would be shining at night, reflecting off them.
Oh, that must look amazing.
Also very Art Deco trained. It's dreamlike in a way.